Hey guys, I'm coming to you from Ocean Beach. I'm doing some healing here by myself because I got some bad news today. So I was planning on doing this video a couple hours ago actually, and well, I'll start on pace. So as you guys know, I'm Melissa Steele of Melissa's Musings and real estate agent extraordinaire. Hi Lamar, thanks for joining in. And so what's been coming up for me a lot lately is pace, where my pace is at. Because John and I had a therapy session on Tuesday, and the therapist called out my pace on 3 separate occasions. She basically called us out on something that we have John and I have a negative feedback loop in our business for certain things. So she pointed out the negative feedback loop and gave us some advice on how to shift out of it. And right away I was like, oh, great, you've got it. And I started running 1,000,000 miles an hour like I usually do, and I was like, oh John, we should implement this, and we can start doing this, and we can improve our communication like this. And she was like, whoa, Melissa, watch your pace. And the first time I was like, huh, it's an interesting comment. And then it happened 2 more times within the hour where I just got an idea and would start to really run away with it. So I thought it was interesting because pace has been coming up a lot for me lately. And the reason pace has been coming up for me a lot lately is because when I've been sick in bed this last month, I've really been wondering why I've felt the need to be sprinting for the last, what I feel is 30 years of my life. I feel like from as long as I can remember, I've always been completely balls to the wall, a pace like nobody's business, with goals that are completely outrageous and amazingly achievable. But my pace has been that of a sprint and not a marathon. And so this past month, as I've been sick and really resting, on certain days not being able to get out of bed, I've really asked myself, why? Why is this the pace that I'm choosing? Why? If I can retire at 35 or 40, it's my goal to, retire. I don't know if I'll ever retire. I think I would be bored. But if my goal is achievable and I'm financially free by the time of 35 and 40, but I'm sick in bed and unable to enjoy it, what's the point, right? And so Tuesday, this has been coming up for me all month, and Tuesday in this session, having it called out on 3 separate occasions, I was like, oh shit, my pace is completely next level. I immediately grasp onto something, and it's my mind just boom, 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 boom. And that's the beauty of me. That's why I'm so amazingly productive and why I've been able to accomplish so much in my life. But the pace that I've been going at is one that's not sustainable. And yeah, it's been really making me think, okay, if these are my goals, why? What is the purpose? And similar to my video yesterday, a lot of that's been coming up for me is linked to my worthiness and production. So I feel up until this point of my life, it's very much been a do to then feel accomplished. And so a couple hours ago, I was actually about to do this live, and my dad called me, and my uncle passed away from a heart attack this morning. And damn, life is short. And it really made me think, what pace are you working at? What pace are you rocking and rolling at? What pace are you bringing to... Sorry, phone call. What pace are you bringing to your life? What pace are you, what magic are you creating with the pace that you're taking? And what I recognized is that sometimes I've got my blinders on and I am so on pace, sprinting towards my goal, that maybe I miss connections. Maybe I miss hanging out with a friend that would be really special. Maybe I miss out on fun things, because I do that a lot. A lot of times I give up fun things that I think are going to be fun because I want to accomplish my goals. But there's a balance in everything, right? So I thought it was really fitting, although extremely sad, to get the phone call that my uncle had passed as I was about to do the video on pace, because I feel like I've been at a really unhealthy pace personally, and it made me think and really reflect on some of the conversations I've been having with my friends about the value that they bring to the table and the impact that they want to make in the world. And it really has had me thinking about what my impact gets to be. What's the impact that I want to leave on the world? And hold me accountable, you guys. I'm fully committed to being more present, to being in the moment, to just be, to, be in relationship, to take the time to notice the things around me. And I will say that I feel like I do a great job of that now, but I get to do a better job. I really get to change my pace. I get to not be frantic in my pace. I get to not be always on to the next thing. I really get to step into enjoying the journey. And today, as I'm remembering my uncle, he had a really tough life, my uncle. There are times in his life where I know he numbed out with drugs, where he numbed out the pain that he had felt. And at times he was on a really unhealthy pace. And yeah, the power of now. Exactly, Alex. Beautiful awareness. So where I ended up today, because the call happened right when we got to our open house, so I ended up crying in the bathroom at the open house for a bit, and then John was like, you get to go and, see what comes up for you. Go take a ride or go do something. And I ended up here. And it's beautiful. And it's the perfect place to remember my uncle and to remember the commitment to the pace that I get to take, to really be present, to really be in the now. And I've been doing a lot of things lately. I've been eliminating a lot of my crutches. I've been eliminating a lot of my safeguards. I've been getting really raw and vulnerable with a lot of the people in my life so that they know what's up with me, where I've been, and what's been coming up for me this month. And so I encourage you to think about today what pace you're running at. What pace are you rocking and rolling at? It can be slow. That's totally fine. But maybe you want it to be faster. And so I encourage you to set some aggressive goals and really light the fire under your butt. Or maybe you're like me and that's not a problem. And instead you get to slow the fuck down. Take a break. End up at the beach. So whatever your pace is, whatever you feel like you might need in your life, I encourage you to really do some reflection today on the pace that you're setting for yourself and the example that you're setting for those around you. And just know that if you want to change up your pace, I'm here. I'm totally here to support you. And I know that you guys are out there supporting me in the pace changes that I'm making too. So this was originally going to be a very excited video. I had a much different thought process around the content for this video initially. And then I got the phone call. And I just thought it was really interesting. Because, yeah, life isn't going to be enjoyable if, we work, and then finally retire and get to enjoy it. Like, we really get to enjoy every single minute of every day because life is short and it can end in the next heartbeat. Like, literally, I could drop on the ground right now and it could all be over. And I would want to make sure that I've truly enjoyed every single day. So I love you guys. Thanks for listening. I'm going to share a picture of my uncle in the comments below. I love you guys. Thanks for always supporting me. I'll talk to you soon. I'm going to enjoy this beautiful day and remember my uncle. I'll talk to you guys soon.